official live. But to all my new subscribers, I wanted to say hello. How you doing? Thank you for subscribing. Today I wanted to talk about emotional wellness because I feel like emotionally a lot of people are just kind of just flying off the handle over things. Not saying that it's not a big thing, but I think a lot of times we let things build up and we don't know how to control our emotions. So emotionally, we're just kind of spent. And then it gets to the point where now you're just lashing out on everybody, you're just flipping out on everybody, and it's a little bit much. So I want to talk about emotional wellness because I don't think it's talked about that much, and I don't think people are learning how to control their emotions when it comes to their emotions. They're not learning how to control their emotions. They're kind of all over the place. And I feel like if you're triggered by any and everybody, then it may just be you. And you're having emotional explosions, you're cussing everybody out, screaming and being mean and just carrying on. So I wanted to get up here and talk about emotional wellness real quick. I even wrote notes. I have my notes with me. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my laptop. I think we've been taught how to suppress our emotions. We're not taught how to process them. Especially when you hear, man up, be a man. Like, okay, because they're a little boy, that means that they can't cry, they can't have emotions. We all have emotions. Or you hear things like stay in a child's place, or keep crying, I'm gonna give you something to cry about, or fix your face. And it's just a lot of things like nobody's telling us how to handle our emotions, how to process them. So then you get these adults that are just, I'm grown, I'm gonna do whatever I want, I'm gonna say whatever I want. And they're saying any and everything to anybody and not caring about the other person's feelings, but they want someone to care about their feelings, which is, it just makes no sense. But they want somebody to care about their feelings. And then you have, oh, you're too sensitive, you're too this. And we all have emotions, but we're not learning how to deal with the emotions. We're not learning how to process the emotions. If someone's sensitive, so what? That's how they handle their emotions. And on top of that, we get to the point where it's just, I don't know. I just feel like everybody is just, especially after 2020 and everything that was going on in 2020, I feel like everybody is just on edge. And then you have the ones that weren't on edge. There was a lot of people that actually went to therapy during 2020. I'm not going to say, y'all know what happened in 2020. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to flag in my video. But there were a lot of people that they knew they were already on edge and they went to therapy because they were on edge. And now you get, we're here now in 2022. The people that didn't go to therapy in 2020 are just bugging out. And everybody's bugging out now because nobody's processing their emotions. Nobody's talking about anything. Everybody's just holding it in. And then when somebody ticks you off at work, you're telling your coworker off, but they really didn't do anything. You're just so built up with all these emotions that it just came out on that person. So I just wrote down a couple of things that'll help us process our emotions. For one, everybody needs to go see a therapist, a counselor. Everybody. That's the first thing. I know a lot of people there's this whole big stigmatism about therapy and stuff like that, but it's good to go talk to somebody that doesn't know you. It's good to talk to somebody and just let stuff out and not feel like you're being judged. So I'm big on therapy. I don't care what anybody says. I know the melanated community is not big on therapy. Is go pray about it and forget about it. And it ain't happening like that. It's not just go pray about it and it's over. Like some stuff you need to talk to someone about. And a lot of people aren't doing that. And acknowledging your emotions. People do not acknowledge their emotions at all. They just pretend like they don't have any. Oh, oh, my heart is an ice box. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. And it's just like, come on. And then we get to some things are just easy as saying no. You're being stressed out by other people. You're taking on other people's problems. You're taking on other people's issues. Say no sometimes. Say no, I need a break. I need a break from this one. I need a break from that one. Some people you're just going to have to cut off. Some people you can set boundaries with, but some people you're just going to have to cut off and be okay with cutting those people off. And even if you're not okay, you're going to have to process that stuff and deal with it. I know it's hard cutting people off. I've been there. There's people that I've cut off, and I would never in a million years think that I would have cut that person off. But when it comes to someone emotionally draining you, what they call them, energy vampires, when it comes to that, you have to think about yourself first. If you're not thinking about you, nobody else is. Especially people that are draining you, they don't care. They do not care, trust me. You know they don't care because when you cut them off, you never hear from them again. And that's just what it is. Cutting people off, therapy. You can even read articles and different blog posts about processing your emotions and handling and dealing with your emotions, but you got to acknowledge them first. Then there's videos everywhere. You're watching a video right now. I mean, YouTube is like, what can you not find on YouTube? There's so many things you can find on YouTube. You can listen to podcasts. You could read books. There's ways you can do it on your own if you're not ready to talk to someone. And like I said, practicing boundaries. You got to cut some people off. And then sometimes with them processing your emotions, sometimes you just got to take a step back and walk away and just be like, you know what? I can't do this right now. We're going to come back to this later and get to the point where you're processing your emotions, but at the same time, not letting somebody make you explode. So those are a couple of tips that I have for dealing with your emotions. No more going around talking about, I'm going to say whatever I want to say to people and they're going to just take it. You want somebody to respect your feelings, you have to respect theirs as well. So, like, subscribe, hit that button, all that YouTube stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later.